According to the question that I give you an equation, and then given that the ft is the input and xt is the output. The question is you need to convert the differential equation to state space formula. That's your task. When you want to convert something to state space formula, the most important thing that you must know the state space form again. What is the state space form again? X dot equal to AX plus with B U. Y equal to C plus DU. Okay, I would like to remind again the state space in time domain. Time domain. Before this, I short form. I didn't put in bracket T because in final exam you also not need to put bracket T. You put x dot ax plus bu will be enough. No problem with that. Okay. Now your task is you want to fit this equation into this form. Is it correct? Because convert the differential equation to state space, you need to convert this equation to state space. That's your task. So, but it gives you that the ft is the input and xt is the output. Is it correct? Correct. Okay. But there is two dots. How want you to fit to one dot? Huh? Once again? Integrate. Do you think the integration will be easy? You want to integrate? No. We try to avoid all the complicated things, is it? No, we cannot integrate it. If you integrate it, then this will be integrate x, is it? Is there any integration f(x)? No, yeah. In this thing, we have x, x dot, and x double dot. Just put it x, x dot, x double dot. So our task here, this is from the question. Now we want to fit in the state space. So if we want to fit in the state space, we need to make sure the highest x should only have one dot only. We will not allow to have more than one dot. So what you can do, you can replace, you can name anything that you like, no problem, x as x1. If x is x1, x dot then become x1 dot. Is it correct? So it means that we replace every x equal to x1. So it means that all the x we need to replace with the x1. So that's why it becomes x1 dot. Okay. Then every x also become x1 double dot. Is it we achieve our objective? Because we allow only the highest have one dot only. We don't want 2 dots, 3 dots. So how we want to remove the 2 dots? If x1, if this is okay, okay, because still fulfill the requirement. x1 dot, is it fulfill the requirement? Still okay. But this one is not fulfill the requirement, is it? So how we want to do it? we can replace x1 dot equal to x2. Then this one will no longer here. Then if x dot also equal to x1 dot also equal to x2, so this one should be become x2 dot. Something like that. Is it clear? No. I give you another example. If you say yes, 15 minutes explanation. You say no, it becomes half an hour. Yes, okay, good. Okay, I'll give you another one example. So x dot, x double dot, x3 dot. Can? So should we become, what is it? x1, then become s1 dot. Do you can put s1 double dot? No, because you have two dots, is it? So we cannot do it. So we need to replace s1 dot equal to x2, then it becomes s2 dot. Can we put s2 double dot? Because two dots. We need to cancel it, we need to replace with the x3, then become s3 dot. Like that. So you have 4 dots, then you have x4 dots, something like that. Is it clear? Okay, so that's why you need to convert to this thing. Because the highest is x2 dot, then and then the other thing is, you look at the highest. How many dots the highest? 2. So it means that this is second order. In this case, this is 3 dots. So this is a third order system. So it means that according to the question, the state space structure should be according to this question, second order system should be 2 by 2 only. Okay. So it means that if the system is 2 by 2, so it means that the highest is up to 1 and 2. And then this one x1, x2 plus the input is ft, y output is xt, the output is xt equal to x1, x2 plus ft. We have m, put the m. Is it we need to replace s double dot? Yes. Yeah. Is it we want to have 2 dots in our equation? No again. So x double dot you replace with plus with b x dot. For the x dot, you can replace with x1 dot or x2 dot. Which one do you use? x1 dot or x2? Let's say I choose x1 dot. Because x dot, you can replace either x1 dot and x2 dot. Is it x2? I told you before, for the electrical, is it possible to have 2 dots in one equation? No, you cannot have 2 dots. So in this case, the x dot you need to replace with x2. You cannot have 2 dots in one equation. You cannot. And then plus kx. K, the x you replace with s1 equal to ft. As usual, you rearrange everything until you get x2 dot as a title. We already get the x2 dot equation, is it? x2 dot, x2 dot. Kan? Now we not yet solve x1 dot, is it? So x1 dot equal to what? x1 dot equal to x2, because according to our table, we set that x1 dot equal to x2 according to our table. So that's why x1 dot equal to x2. So also complete. Easy, yeah? Yeah. And then, because in our table we already set the x1 dot equal to x2, so that's why the x1 dot equation equal to x2. And then finally the xt, our output is xt. So it means that according to our table, the x actually equal to x1. So it means that the output equal to x1. So it means that this table is really useful. So it means that you must develop this table. You must know how to develop this table. Then you can solve all these things. So as usual, you just convert it into this structure. One equation, the second and third equation to this structure. The x1 dot equal to x2. So it means that this is equal to, what is it? 0, 1, 0. Because x1 dot equal to 0 multiplied with x1, you get 0. Plus 1 multiplied with x2, you get x2. Plus 0 multiplied ft, 0. So that's why x1 dot, you solve this thing, you get x1 dot equal to x2. Okay? And then the x2 dot. x2 dot, the parameter that multiply with the x1 is negative k over m. The parameter that multiply with x2 is negative b over m. The parameter that multiply with the ft is 1 over m. Same thing. Similar with the output. You look at output. The parameter multiply with the x1 is 1. The parameter multiply with the x2, the parameter that multiply with the ft. So this is the answer.